Hello. Reboots are symptomatic of a fundamental lack of originality in Hollywood.
Have you no shame?
Here's your check for the Animaniacs reboot, you sellouts.
There's a mention in the show that, you know, the script was written in 2018. They were like, I don't know what happened with the election. Like, I don't know who the president is. How did sort of the process work? Like, how did the animation for the show work? Like, what was the timeline and how long has this been in development?
We started 2 years ago, maybe a little, about 2 years ago, right?
Started writing in January of 2018. Yep.
From the writing side, you know, I snagged a calendar of, you know, upcoming events for 2020, 2021, and wrote to them so that, you know, we could at least seem relevant and topical. And then the wonderful coronavirus came along, and, you know, some of the things on that calendar aren't happening. Like, we have a segment about the Olympics, and, well, there's no Olympics. So, and then in terms of, you know, visually updating the show, you know, Gabe, you can speak more to that, but you know, Gabe took a really deep dive to sort of really recreate the feeling of the original, but you know, bringing it up to date a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, basically, we wanted to really lean into the variety show aspect. That was like, the original show was like everything was kind of drawn the same style, so we tried to break up the visual style a little bit more with the new show. Thought that would be a cool thing to do, because all these kids nowadays are exposed to all these different styles and stuff that, you know, you got to keep switching it up, you know.
I loved it. I loved, like, the cutening, you know, that segment. Like,
oh my God, that's hilarious. The last person asked, what are you most looking forward to the fans seeing? And that's what I said. That's so funny.
I really liked it. I was kind of asking, I was going to ask too, like, how does sort of the process, I mean, I don't know if you guys, you know, worked on the show in 94 or whatever, but, like, how has the actual process of animation changed in that time? Like, I have to imagine there have been leaps and bounds in terms of technological advances.
It's more on the back end, as far as like we can iterate quickly at the end. So back then they were shooting everything on film, and what you got back is what you got back. And nowadays we can get stuff back from overseas and fix it. You know what I mean? Like, actually take the time to, like, you know, fix problems that they couldn't back then. So that's the, and then also, like, you know, with After Effects and everything, you can add a lot more effects and just it could be richer. You know what I mean? Like, that's the big advancement. Like, we really leaned into the hand-drawn style of the original. There's not many shows that do as many drawings as in our show. So that was like something we tried to hold on to. So
what sort of, like, PC challenges were there to doing the show in 2020? You know, like, Hello Nurse might not land the same in 2020 as it did in the mid-90s. How did you sort of approach some of that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, immediately Hello Nurse was, you know, Goodbye Nurse, because, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, what, you can't bring back Hello Nurse, but, like, yeah, there were a few things, but we also updated, you know, like, the characters a little bit more. Like, Dot relies a little bit more on her wit and intelligence, and you know, flexes her feminist muscles a little bit more. And we're being probably more delicate and sensitive in certain areas, and you know, but we did push as far as we were able to. Up to the sort of line of standards and practices and legal, like what they would allow us to do.
Totally insane. Never mansplaining. Animaniacs.
Now the adoration pours in.
Nerf!